Good morning and welcome to the Morning X. We have our ticket window coming up in just a few minutes. We'll get you into Elvis Costello. He's coming with the Imposters and Charlie Sexton to the Coca-Cola Roxy. That's coming up on October 2nd. Also, rest of the day, by the way, Steve Show has Collective Soul live in Our Lady Peace. This afternoon with Will, 3 to 7, The Cult, as well as Rob Thomas. We will see you at the show with 99X. Let us sleaze with Leslie Fram.
I can't believe that these words are actually coming out of my mouth. Ozzy Osbourne has died at the age of 76.
This doesn't surprise me.
Just after he played his final show in Birmingham.
It's all very suspicious timing-wise. If you lean on the rumors that were out there about there was this suicide pact, of course, Sharon is not dead. But it's just, doesn't it strike you as very odd the way it just played out like that?
The statement from the family, it is with more sadness than mere words can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. He was with family and surrounded by love. We ask everyone to respect our family privacy at this time.
So they're not saying like how or why, right? They're just saying that he passed away.
That's what they're saying. And I'm thinking about all these bands that just love Ozzy. Like, think about Metallica was there, Guns N' Roses. I mean, they're all going to be pouring out love messages. It's so sad. Nobody
made a bigger imprint on young Barnes than Ozzy. I mean, I know there's a lot of guys listening who think the same way. I mean, I was, 13, 12, when I bought Blizzard of Oz, went to the concert, and I thought, wow, this is the dude. Randy Rhoads, it's hard to believe. I mean, that is a massive pop culture icon gone.
Yeah, the godfather of heavy metal.
Yeah, so sad.
Oh, Barnes, such an outpouring of love for Malcolm Jamal Warner, sadly drowning over the weekend. A solo swim, as his wife had said when they were in Costa Rica, and a current pulled him under. And when she didn't see or hear from him in an hour, that's when she called police. But it's so tragic. Adam Sandler was caught on a red carpet talking about Happy Gilmore 2 and asked about his friend.
News did break today of the untimely passing of Malcolm Jamal.
I can't believe it.
And you got your start on the Cosby Show.
Malcolm was so nice to me when I was on the show, and we had such good times together. I was probably 18 and Malcolm was probably 17, 16, I don't know.
Wow.
And we would take walks together, all of us, and pick up food, talk, played basketball, hung out on the weekends, went to parties together. He was so good to me as a person, and his mom was amazing to and I'm just sending my love to the family. Malcolm was a true great person, hilarious, smart kid, and meant a lot to America.
I don't know what it is, that last statement, meant a lot to America. I don't know what it is about these deaths that are huge pop culture pieces from all of our, I don't want to say childhood, but like teens or whatever.
Yeah, childhood, yes.
Why do those hit so much harder? Because we feel like we know them. We feel like we were a part of his family. There wasn't a house that wasn't watching The Cosby Show.
Well, speaking of Cosby, a rep for Cosby said, quote, Malcolm was doing what he loved when he died. He was with his family. Malcolm was changing humanity. You know that they had just talked, I think, a week ago. He had just done a concert in Minnesota, and he called Bill Cosby. Wow, that's got to hit hard. This Late Show conversation with Colbert is just not going away. I'm not sure if you saw this, but Colbert fighting back about being canceled.
On Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings." How dare you, sir? Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself.
Do you think he makes it to the finish line, Colbert? Can he control himself enough to not just get yanked?
But all the other late night show hosts are also talking about this. Fallon referenced it recently. Jon Stewart slamming CBS for the cancellation. Quote, "You are blanking wrong." Did you see that one?
I did. I've seen all of the jokes, too.
Well, he did address, though, the financial situation. Jon Stewart said, "Now I acknowledge late night TV is struggling financially." And he makes this comment, "We are all basically operating a Blockbuster kiosk inside of a Tower Records." Wow. But then he said CBS not trying to save the number one late night franchise that's been on the air for over 3 decades is part of what's making everybody wonder, was this purely financial?
Do you think that Skydance would get rid of The Daily Show after the merger goes through?
Skydance, the company that's coming in? Yes. Boy, that's a good question. Unfortunately, we haven't heard anything from them. They haven't called me and said, don't get too comfortable in that office, Stuart. Let me tell you something. I've been kicked out of shittier establishments than that. Without The Daily Show, I don't know. Comedy Central is kind of like Muzak at this point. I think we're the only, life that exists on a current basis other than, South Park.
Reruns of The Office.
But it's the only thing on there. I'd like to think we bring enough value to the property. If they're looking at it as purely a real estate transaction, I think we bring a lot of value. But that may not be their consideration. I don't know. They may sell the whole place for parts. I just don't know.
But that's a huge warning. You've seen it happen. You've seen it happen in radio. You've seen it happen in this town where all the people on the air were yanked and pulled, and it was down to one person for a few hours, and then that person was pulled. That he does see the writing on the wall.
Do you know he made that comment before Colbert was fired? That clip was about the whole merger and the buying of Paramount. So that's kind of scary.
But to clean up the sheet, the spreadsheet, they've got to do some of these things.
You just wipe out an entire show.
I know, but Colbert, look, you wiped out $40 million that you were losing and $16 million that you're paying the dude. And this is not till next year, of course, probably when that company takes over. I mean, it's business.
I was part of that layoff situation, Barnes.
I know. It's awful.
2,000 people last year.
I mean, and it continues, right? Even your people.
Twice this year has already, yes.
No, it sucks. I'm just saying it's a disguise in some cases where these guys are going to be the henchmen because the new company's going to take over and not be the bad guy.
Interesting, though, that Colbert is already, fighting back.
Yeah, I wonder if he can keep it in check to not get himself into where they cut that $16 million for cause.
How about some good news? The 4th season of Ted Lasso is underway. Filming started Monday. The core of the show's cast all returning, which is very cool because, people are wondering who's coming back, who's not coming back. But I love the scenario. Jason Sudeikis will be taking on the coaching of a women's soccer team.
Oh.
I actually think that's going to be cool. Okay, I didn't realize this had already dropped just a few days ago, but it's on HBO Max? Lively versus Baldoni, the Hollywood feud.
I've seen one already. I saw one on Netflix, I think.
This is part that whole Versus franchise that they have on HBO.
Huh, I'll watch.
I know. I was like, how did you and I miss that?
It'll be nothing new, but I'll watch. Suck me in.
It's unbelievable. This is something that you don't often see, and that's Kevin Bacon ranting about something, because normally he's on his farm with his goats singing. But I thought about this, Barnes, something we've all thought about coming out of Kevin Bacon's mouth.
You know what I absolutely hate? What drives me friggin' crazy is when I'm in a restaurant and I'm eating my meal and the waiter comes up and says, "Excuse me, are you still working on that?" No, I'm not working. I've worked all day. I'm eating dinner. This is not work. This is pleasure. This is, I get paid for work. Are you going to pay me to eat in this crappy restaurant? No, it's not work. I'm not working. Wow. Who said that?
I can't stand passive-aggressive waiters. I mean, not only if they say that, but also, somebody was hungry. Get out of my face, bro.
It's almost like Kevin Bacon was sort of channeling Larry David, Are you still working on that?
Yeah, that was very uncharacteristic of him.
That is your celebrity sleaze.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Caronia.
Hello to all my homies in the chat. I'm Haley Caronia with some very inconvenient truths.
Your go-to place for the hottest button issues.
Don't you hate when facts get in the way of a good news story?
Cut through the noise and get ready to scroll through the chaos of the modern world, one hot take at a time.
Hear me out. We might need to spread this information 24/7. Let's get into some scrolling time.
Nightly Scroll with Haley Caronia.
I love this place.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.